Hi Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. This is Sarah and this is SarahMoonRising Tarot. Okay, so today we're going to go into a little bit of your energy, see what's going on. We're going to pull for past, present, and future. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck today. I love the imagery on this deck. And yeah, Capricorn, if you're finding this reading, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for clicking on. If you find this reading helpful, please subscribe or hit the like button. And Capricorn, these are general readings. They may not resonate for everybody. If they do, take what works, leave the rest. And if they don't, it might just not have been your week or your story this time. There are no dates. They are not time specific. The messages are meant for you when they find you. And as well, I should mention that they may be reversed. There may be cross watchers watching for Capricorn, so these messages may be reversed. And yeah, again, take what works, leave the rest. So I've already cleansed and saged and prayed, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling. I hope everybody is well. I don't know if I mentioned, but I am new to YouTube. This is my first time putting tarot onto YouTube. So I'm super excited and looking forward to getting to know everybody on here. So I'm really grateful. Already with the Capricorns, I feel very down to business. So that makes sense. But I don't know if you guys are kicking ass and taking names right now, but that's I feel like cut the chit chat, let's go energy. Okay, what are the messages for my Capricorns at this time? What are the messages for my Capricorns at this time? What do they need to know right now? What else do they need to know? I always think that these are in the right spot, and then when I watch them back, they're not. So hopefully you guys can see them. What are the messages for Capricorns? What are the messages I need at this time? What are the messages that are needed at this time? Oh. Three more. Three more, please. And last one. Last card, please. I'm getting a little bit of a masculine energy, so I don't think that I think that that's just literally energy. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. So you may be feeling, which is also Capricorn, you may be feeling a little bit into your masculine side at this moment, meaning, like I said, you might be a little bit more cut the shit energy and, you know, get rid of the excess, cut the fluff out, and just be really down to business. Possibly to a little bit of an extreme, possibly to an effect of alienating other people and or isolating. So I would just be a little bit careful of going too far into the extreme of that energy. Capricorn, it looks like in the past you have been hurt. You may have been I'm getting this energy of you really gave your all to a situation, really gave everything that you had at the time and did your best to be loyal and like noble and kind, and you kind of it didn't work out. And well, I always do this, I forget. So first we have the Nine of Wands upright in the first row, the Hermit upright, and is this recording? Yes. Oh my god. And the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I get the sense that someone really did you dirty, and I don't necessarily think like cheating or anything like that. I just think that you maybe this was the first time you gave your heart to somebody in a serious way. Maybe this was one of those like first relationships that you kind of had to experience in order to experience what it felt like to be hurt or to be like broken by somebody. There's a song by John Mayer called, I don't know if this is the title, but the chorus is "You're no one till someone lets you down." And it kind of talks about how we are we're not really interesting sometimes if like everything in our life is perfect and squeaky clean and wonderful. And sometimes like I picture like, two people sitting at a bar, and I'm not like advocating drinking your problems away. Please don't take it that way. But like, you go to a bar to kind of just like blow off some steam, and like there's another person sitting next to you, and there's like thousands of like country songs written about this, but like you find out that the person next to you also has a broken heart, and like it just gives you like a fuller, richer experience to like then have something to talk about with other people, because that's like a universal experience. Like most of us to some extent have like gotten our heart broken, and it just helps you to relate to other people, and like have that human compassion with others when you know that they have shared a similar experience. So I think that whatever this was, you really did your best and you gave it your all, and it may have been dark for a while. It may have been, it may have made you feel deeper than you felt before. Just like didn't think that you were capable. Either you didn't feel like you were capable of that type of love, or you didn't feel like after it ended that you were capable of that type of pain or that type of depth, like plunging into the darkness, which is then kind of where you find yourself with the Hermit, like trying to find your way out of that darkness, but also learning those lessons along the way and allowing the Hermit to guide you, allowing that inner teacher to guide you towards where your next place is. And that usually happens, after a situation like that, where you're just forced to go on a journey either to like rediscovering who you are. Maybe you move to a new location. Maybe you like start over, sometimes it does give us the sense of starting over. And you may have been or are going to be guided in some way. Like maybe this catapulted you into a new level of spirituality. Maybe you I just want to make sure everything is working. I don't know why I'm getting like nervous. I'm going to have a tech issue because I had one in the last video. Maybe this catapulted you into finding your spirituality in a different way, finding God in a different way, really relying on a higher power or the universe to get you out of something that in the moment feels insurmountable, feels like you're standing at the bottom of a mountain and thinking like, how am I ever going to get through this? If you look actually in this imagery, he is in like, it looked not in a mountain, but like in between mountains maybe, and this like bridge that he's standing on is in between two mountains, and it's dark and he has the light, and I just picture, you know, this being like that God, universe, inner teacher, inner Buddha kind of energy of like, that is the only light that you can see. Because sometimes like those types of situations like breakups or heartaches do, they blind us, and sometimes it's just that one like desperate clinging thing that you have that will ultimately be the light that leads you out of the tunnel and into the daylight again, or out of the darkness and into the daylight. I tend to mix up my phrases, so bear with me. So that may be where you found yourself at some point. Our next row, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Swords upright. And we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Don't let this situation keep you knocked off your socks for too long. Sorry. Don't let this literally knock you off of your throne for too long. And I don't get the sense that you're going to, but just remember who you are, and it may take a little bit of time, like guarding yourself and protecting yourself. Interestingly, these kind of look like, I hate to use this imagery, but these kind of look like bullets. And so I'm thinking like that energy of like bulletproof, or like steel cage or steel armor. You know, you may have some time where you are protecting yourself because you are healing. So you may be not dating at this moment. You may be just protecting your energies, and you may be you may find yourself in a situation, this may not resonate with everybody, but you may find yourself in a situation where your communication is a little bit off, where you're not really thinking before you speak and kind of just spouting off at people, or being a little bit defensive. Try and keep that in check if you can, because obviously you're hurting, and that the things that you might say you may not feel a few minutes or a few days later. I'm getting a sense with your family specifically, so just watch out for that. That you are divine royalty. I will say that is what is coming through. And you may just in this moment not really feel that way, but if me telling you that can like have you like set that as a reminder for yourself that you are divine royalty, then just let that sink in for a little while, because you may be avoiding your healing. You may be avoiding your healing and avoiding moving on at this time, because maybe you don't want to believe that this is the situation that you're in. And I feel the need to just be really sensitive right now, because I 100% know what that feels like, and it's not always a fun feeling. you may be feeling like you, like in a little bit of denial. I also think that maybe being near some water will be really helpful at this time. And if you don't have the opportunity to be near like a physical body of water, then maybe do like a cleansing bath or a shower meditation of some kind, where you like imagine that the water is like golden water, or like if you want to stick with that divine royalty imagery, like divine like diamonds, like little glass diamonds, or little, that the water is like raining down on you. And I know there's some people on here online who can offer like a better version of that meditation, but that's just in the event that you can't get near some water and be out in nature. You may be thinking that you can change the situation, or thinking that you can change the outcome. Maybe you are, again, I got a sense of like a masculine energy. So you may be in like a chaser mode. You may be trying to like possibly win this person back, or you may be, not really grasping the reality of the situation, or not really grasping the finality of the situation. And obviously the devil was here at the bottom of the deck, and the devil can sometimes speak of faulty attachments or codependency, or addictions, and addictions don't just mean drugs and alcohol. So however that resonates for you. Moving forward, in the third row here is the Four of Pentacles upright, which kind of, again, I want you to, if you can, maybe, I think the water might be good for you right now in terms of crying as well. If you are trying to be like really stoic, again, you may need a balance with this. Sorry, I didn't say what this was, but I'm just in the middle of a thought. Three of Cups in reverse. You may be in the midst of an imbalance with your masculine and feminine energies. And again, these are not genders, these are energies, where you're not allowing that feminine energy to come in. Again, there's more water imagery, in this card as well. And you may need to cry. You may need to, like, again, have a bath, have a swim, maybe doing some journaling, and just like having a moment where you like physically release what you're holding on to, because too much masculine energy may lead to that holding in of the emotion rather than releasing and letting go. It may also lead to that kind of like stubborn like ram energy of like pushing, or like bullish energy of like chasing and denying the reality of the situation, because it might feel too difficult to handle at this time. So again, that's, I say that with the crying and the journaling, because this is your, like, where do we go from here, the future. And again, this Four of Pentacles is here. So you may be holding on to things that you really need to let go of. And I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I feel like a heavy sense of like, again, I said sensitivity because I do want to be sensitive. I don't want you to think that I'm just like, get over it, because that's not the case at all. We're all on our own timelines, but what I don't want is for you to hurt yourself more by refusing to accept what has happened, if you don't feel that there's a sense of reconciliation. And with the Three of Cups in reverse, I'm not getting that there is, but again, everybody's situation is going to be different. We are heading into like a new cycle, a new, the nodes of the moon just changed. We just exited eclipse season. So a lot of things might have shifted during this time, but they shifted so that we can move forward on a different path. And you may just not be able to see exactly where this light is leading you just yet. But the way will become clear. And again, Page of Cups in reverse, you may be not really understanding the signs. I'm getting also like confusion, but you may be not really understanding the signs that are being shown to you at this time. You may be a little bit overwhelmed by the you may be a little bit overwhelmed by the events that took place, or by the maturity that you're being asked to show at this time, because it is it's more of like a resigned energy, and it doesn't really feel to me, at least in this reading, that that's something that like giving up or like pausing things doesn't really feel at this moment like a Capricorn quality, like not seeing something through to its completion. And so that energy of uncertainty and not exactly knowing how this is going to how this ending is going to bridge into the next beginning, not exactly sure how that's going to play out, is a little bit like driving you crazy. And you may not, if this is, again, like I do get the sense that this is regarding a relationship, but it may fit for something else as well. You may be frustrated because you don't have the type of closure that you want just yet, or maybe there wasn't an opportunity for closure, and so you're just like, what the F, like what is happening? And I'm going to pull a clarifier on this last card here. I get the sense that there just needs to be some grieving at this time. I get the sense that there just needs to be some like you time. And maybe if you have the opportunity, take a little trip. Yeah, there's like Five of Swords came out. There's just like confusion, like mental, like chaos right now in terms of, maybe you're still ironing out the details of what happened or why it happened or why this had to be this way, and it's frustrating. Again, see if you can maybe, I know like there's certain like stuff going on in certain areas of the country right now, depending on where you are. Maybe you can take a little weekend trip, or, go somewhere just to get away for a little bit, and you might come back feeling a little bit more refreshed, and you might come back feeling more balanced and more stable and more ready to see the joy in every moment, whereas right now your thoughts might be clouded by this situation of, there's a saying, move a muscle, change a thought. And I was just listening to somebody earlier today talk about, when we start, it's so interesting how everything just plays into everything. Like I was not going to watch that video today, and I just put it on to have in the background, and the person was talking about like rumination, and like to be doing this reading in the same day after listening to that is just wild, because that's exactly what this energy feels like, is rumination. And so she was talking about different things that we can do when we find ourselves in that moment, because rumination can sometimes lead us back into that distressed feeling of wondering, like, what did I do wrong? Is there something that I can do better, or that I could have done better? So she recommended, like, immediately when you feel like that, going outside. go outside, get some fresh air, even 5 minutes. She also talked about making a list of like distractions, making a list of like things that in the moment, like maybe will get your mind off of it, so that you don't go and lead yourself down the rabbit hole. Rather, you like stop at the beginning, turn around and like do something else. So that could be like coloring, or watching something funny, going outside and like picking flowers. I don't know, anything that like gets you, just like shifts your gears. Playing a card game with somebody, so that you're not just like sitting there and again like ruminating. Like that's the perfect word. And so if you do, change, move a muscle, change a thought, and you continue to do that, when you start to feel the energy, the stability will come back. Your solidity in your thoughts will come back. And you are whole. You are always whole. Please remember that. No matter how difficult this might feel, it didn't break you. It will never break you. You just might be still holding on to this tiny, tiny light right now. But look how much sun and clear sky is in this photo. So there is hope, my dear Capricorn. There is hope. I hope that this message was helpful. I hope that you are well and tending to your heart and tending to how you feel. And I will see you very, very soon. Sending lots of love to my Capricorns. Bye.